Start the game. Oh, you headed out too, James? Alright then, bro. You get some rest if you check out the stream. I'll see you in there. But you get some rest, bro. Oh, no. But also, welcome, everyone. Oh. Welcome to PlayStation. I love them sometimes. Crashes. Alright, see you later, James. Alright, bye! What's up, everybody? Welcome, hello. Hello, and welcome back. Let me bring up chat. There we go. Alright, welcome everyone. Hello, and welcome to our new little next preview here. It's not a new game, it's actually been out for a year. But welcome to our first little preview on the channel of Dyson Sphere Program, where we basically build a Dyson Sphere. Now, at first it starts you on a planet. You don't immediately build the Dyson Sphere itself. You build a pseudo version on a planet for resources to make a Dyson Sphere. But it'll get to that later on in episodes as we carry on. Today we're going to be covering the basically the tutorial and kind of the beginning of this game, and showing like how it starts off. I don't know how far it goes because this game is still technically a beta because of how much it goes into this game. And the updates, I imagine, are quite horrendous for the developer to have to do with how big the universe is. So, it makes sense that the updates take a while. So, do be patient if there are any bugs or anything that happens in this game, because it is a beta and a preview still. But from what I've seen playing it myself, from what I've already experienced, I haven't had any real issues with it. And it seems to be a pretty well put together game. So, we're going to be playing this today and showing off a little bit of how you start off in a campaign. So, welcome everyone. Welcome. Alright. So, I think the first thing is I want to show what I'm talking about. So, you see how this button says Milky Way? Let's click this, shall we? So this is to show y'all the scale of this game, real quick, or what it will be. I don't know. Once again, don't know what's implemented and what's fully not yet, but because I haven't made it that far. But yeah. You see this? Everyone, you see this in the stream right now? These are all selectable. Like, you see how I can highlight the big stars, the little stars, the tiny stars? Like, look how... I just slightly moved to the edge to the right here. And it's just... Like... the cluster amounts in this game of what you can do and the stars in this game you can select is just astronomical. Literally astronomical. It's like No Man's Sky levels of insane. But I just wanted to show off that scale real quick. We'll get to see that later on in the stream as well when it teaches us to zoom out. But yeah, let us begin. So you can see here, I can actually, if I know what star system or cluster number it is, I can type in that cluster number here and get that cluster. So if we wanted to start a certain place in the Milky Way, we could go and look at that map, get the number, and then put it here, and then tweak how many stars start around us if we want the full thing, or if we want just parts. So you can see, this is no joke. The number of stars that are going to form in this specific cluster that I'm choosing, 64. And those all have planets around them. So, it is quite insane. And then we can choose any of these to start on. Well, I say that. Not in the campaign we can't, I don't think, unless I choose the cluster number specifically. But we're not going to do that. Or if I select sandbox mode. But we're not going to do it. So you see how cluster address, you would need to know what that is. But it's just crazy. But let's get ourselves started. We're going to hit... do we want that? Is it random? Oh, that's terrifying. Well, this one has an orange star, something like ours. Oh, that's a red giant. Oh, what is ours? Isn't ours a... I cannot remember what ours is. So ours is not a blue dwarf. There's a blue giant. I don't know how accurate those are, but we'll just go with that. Just to show y'all how this game plays. But welcome to Dyson Sphere program on PC. I'm not controlling where we're going right now. Normally you would be.
To the actual
but since it's the tutorial.
I find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time, I am your advisor and will help you through this mission.
So this sun would be where we're landing, because we always usually land near one sun. This sun would be our first Dyson sphere by a certain portion of the game.
Everything here is yours. As one of Cosmo and the pioneer of the Dyson sphere, you will explore this cluster step by step. By using the resources here to construct the Dyson sphere to provide energy from the center brain to maintain whole life, starting from scratch. I have chosen designated planet for you to start the mission, which has necessary resources for initial development.
Yeah, so Adrid 3 is always the one you start on unless you do sandbox mode. See, now I'm in control. So you see how I can fly now. Technically, if we wanted to, we could go to any of these worlds. If we decided we didn't want to start with his, we could actually fly to a different one. But we're just going to do what the AI says, and we're going to fly to Adrid 3. And start our first factory here, on this planet.
Now you are about to reach the designated planet.
I do love the graphics of this game. It's very pretty. Alright. Yo, Tap King! What's up, bro?
A lightweight industrial mecha with powerful functionality. You can use the arrow keys or right click on the destination to control its movement. In this mission, you will manipulate Icarus to travel beyond stars and create miracles.
Nice. Okay, so let's read these. Background. This is lore. We're not going to read the lore for this one just because...
Right-click on it to recycle.
Try to recycle... Oh yeah, I need to recycle the... what's it called? But, we're not going to read any of the lore background tutorials. We're going to skip those until we play a full playthrough of this. But
resources, such as trees, gravel, etc. In the meantime, hold down Shift and right-click to give a series of commands.
yeah.
You
So...
receive several items after recycling the space capsule. Click the inventory button in the lower right corner of the screen to open the cabinet to view them.
We'll try a button set for the shortcuts of this. I'll show y'all how to do all that in a minute. So what is a Dyson sphere? Dyson sphere is an imaginary space giant that is surrounded the entire star and obtain most of all of its energy output. I like it says imaginary, but to be fair, if our species ever survived long enough, with the way we are, this would not be imaginary at some point. Especially with how industrialized we are as a species, this would be a guaranteed thing that we would try with the way we are as a species. If we had the capability, that is, you know.
Yet you have not unlocked the construction menu, which will be done automatically with complete end technology research. Click the technology.
You want the technology? That's the map, don't need that. I gotta remember what my buttons are.
Activate your research.
there we
In
go.
the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button, drag, rotate the angle of view, and hold down the right mouse
Do
button,
that.
drag to roll the angle of view. Press N key to point to the front to the North Pole.
Yeah. So it's letting me know, hey, I can do all this.
Slide the mouse wheel.
Alright, so I'm going to
into
show
the
y'all
side.
what zooming out looks like. So this is our planet. Wait, before I do that, let me kind of do this. This is our planet. This is fantastic. As you can see, there's lots of other planets around us, and the sun, and then those are all, by the way, all of these are reachable. Every single one. Just saying. So let's zoom out. So here's our solar system. It's gonna get more and more dumb. And then these are other solar systems that we can go to. Let's keep zooming out. And here's the, you know, the Milky Way. All of these are able to be gone to. My computer, by the way, does slightly hate me for this game. Just saying. Like, this game slightly hates me. Anyway, alright, so let's get some resources. We need to make 10 magnetic coils, which I'll bring up to crafting, which is these. So before this game is, if I had to equate this game to anything, it's like Factorio meets kind of Stellaris, or the game we played on the channel recently, Off-World Trading Company. Because it's about trading and creating resources and a trade line between your Dyson spheres and just creating a automated network of craziness. But because it's like Factorio, it's all about assembly lines, conveyor belts, and eventually making all of this stuff you see me manually able to make inside of like buildings and stuff like that instead of me doing it. But for right now, we need to make how many? 10? So the way research works is it takes certain resources for it to be done. So you would either make those resources into the research, or you would just make it inside your inventory and then contribute 10 to it. So I'll show you how it's done. So these take 1 copper plate and and 2 little magnets. Which magnets take iron. So here's some iron over here. Let's grab some iron. We're gonna sit here for just a second. This is why automation becomes important, because you doing it yourself takes twice as long to get stuff done. I'm gonna harvest at least 20 for now. Needs 3 more galactic clusters. That would be just crazy. This game's already huge scale. Like, huge scale. I'm gonna get 30, and then that should be enough of the iron. Then I gotta find some copper. Okay. Copper, is there any nearby? That's coal. Oh, it's up here. So, ooh, see, I like this area better. The area I started in last time was kind of lackluster on how many resources were near each other. This is actually really good. This is a fantastic start for just one part of the planet. Also, you'll note we have a battery down here. Right now, our only way to keep ourselves charged is by chopping trees down and putting the wood inside of our core. Zoom back in for a second. We'll stay over here because there's iron and copper over here. We'll probably start somewhere in the middle right here. Wait till I get 30. I want 30 of each because we're going to have to make 10. Oops, 31. Okay. Let's get some, Wait. It said hold down shift and you're supposed to be able to do multiple. Or you're not. Weird. My shift button not working? Maybe that's not shift right now? Yeah, it's not doing it. I don't know why it's not doing it. Oh well. Double click the space key to lift off. Okay. Hold down shift and right. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. No, yeah, I am holding it down while I'm doing it. Right? Yeah, I am. That's weird. It's not working. Must be left shift. Games are weird and finicky like that. But I need to get some fuel for our battery before we continue on. Plus this clears this area out for construction later. Okay, let's seal up. Right click to split items, hold shift to pick up multiple items. So right click to shift. So do that. And let's charge our battery back up. And now let's craft while we wait. So we need 10. We make 2 each, so we need, so that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Well, that can't be right. Yeah, 5 times 2 is 10. That should be right. So you see, once I crafted them, now the research manually began starting. That's how you craft upgrade things when it's inside your own inventory and you don't have other things. So it automatically gave me my first mining machine, my first Tesla tower, and my first wind turbine for energy. So you've unlocked the automatic mining machine, and we'll collect ore capacity and all that. Yeah, nice. Building machines in veins coverage.
A mining machine to achieve ore collecting automation. Pick it up from the inventory, or select it on Gathering of Construction menu to build it.
Okay. So press and hold shift to ignore snapping if I need to. Let me grab my inventory. So we're gonna want copper first.
To rotate the mining machine for covering more veins. The more veins covered, the faster the ores will be gathered. If you want to ignore grid snapping, try holding down the shift key.
R to rotate. I don't remember what I made R. Hold on just a second, guys. Let me check my controls real quick. What did I make R? I don't have an R. Oh no, it's right there. Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. Alright, so inventory, mining machine. Hold on, I need to hold shift and do this. Does this allow me to ignore snapping? It does. Because I'll get more that way. Ow. Okay. So, can we get 7? We can get 7. That's not bad. Let's do that.
Insufficient required items.
I know, we need power.
Bottom right of the screen to open the panel and manually replicate these items.
Let's put, because all of the, okay, so Where do I want this? Because I gotta consider where all the factories are gonna be. The mining machines are gonna be separate from the factories because they've got to be off wherever the resources are.
The power coverage area and supply it with power facilities in order to maintain its normal works.
So let's clear this out some more. Because I think it needs to be in this central area to begin our factory. Okay, almost done. Let me zoom out real quick. So yeah, this would be directly in the center is this right here. So this is what we want right here. Okay, so power is gonna be... So it's not in the way of the factory and conveyor belts. Power is gonna be down here.
Wind turbine. You have established your first power grid. Not all power facilities has its power supply area. Use the Tesla tower to extend an area of the power grid.
How far I need the Tesla tower to be? It's gonna be powering the factories around it, so I'm actually gonna put it here.
You have done building the first power transmission facility, Tesla Tower. It can carry out short-distance wireless power transmission and expand the power supply area of the power grid. Click on it to view the current power grid information.
Milestone, nice. You built your first wind turbine, mastering the most basics. Nice. Okay, so now what I need to do is make more power, because we need to put a power thing up here. So I need crafting, buildings, wind turbines. That's going to take that much. Now, you don't have to build each individual part. You could go and build what it wants individually. But if you already have the resources, you can just do this. And it will take and build everything necessary if you have what it takes to build it all at once. It's a little bit easier way to streamline what you're trying to build. So, oh, let me see. I missed something in the... Yo! Welcome! Welcome back. I have returned. Wait, was that Tim? What'd you... Tim Boba... no, I am Boba Fett. Or, that's a 1, but basically, I'm Boba Fett. Welcome back. Welcome back, bro. I have returned. We're, building the Dyson sphere. Well, we're building the very, very early stages. So I need you to power this individually on your own for now. Now get me mining some, what's it called? We need to do the same thing over here. So let's build another one. And we also need to build a automated mining machine. Alright. With no knowledge of this game. Yeah, this game's a strategy, like, how should I put this? It's a factory building strategy game, but instead of a small factory, you're building a galactic-sized factory, which encompasses to a Dyson sphere, which is a giant sphere structure that you build around a sun. Like a giant sun in the solar system. And it provides, like, in concept, it's supposed to provide, like, energy and all this kind of stuff. I've got a lot of wood on me. I need to start using some of it for fuel on my robot. Okay. How we doing? We got everything yet? We do. Okay, so... Wait, no, this is shift, right? Try that angle. 5. Nope, let's try the other angle. It's like this angle. Get 7. I'm trying to get 8. What about from the other angle? Like from this kind of angle, right? But I gotta put my inventory down. Oh, there we go, 8. That's pretty good. Then we want our wind turbine over here. Okay, so those are doing their thing now. That's like some SpaceX stuff in my opinion. It basically is, yeah, in a way, kinda. Oh, it stopped mining. It must have full. It must be full. It is. Let me collect that so we have enough iron ore on us. Or copper in this case. Alright. You're at 50, give me more. Alright, that should be good for now. Alright, the next thing we need to build is we need to go to our tech tree. No, we need this first. So, for the research, we need to make 10 gears and 10 circuit boards. So it makes 2 each. So once again, 5. And then 10 gears. 10 gears. It makes 1 each, so this needs to be 10. Here we go. Oh, my headset's dying, but that's fine. I'm not on the thing right now. Let me turn it off. There we go. Game theory: Dyson, the vacuum company, made a sphere game. That would be hilarious. That you know what? I'd believe that, especially in today's time. I believe I could see a vacuum company doing that in the future, if they ever live that long to do that. So now we have our basic assembly line. Did we already get one? We got one for free. Okay, so this is how we have to do this, and I need to be smart about this time, so we need 1 for the iron. Might as well put it in the circle. Like right. You can run the conveyor belt past it. So right there.
You have a building without recipe set. Please set the recipe for me.
So once you
can use the less than key to copy the recipe, and the greater than key to paste the next
did that.
that needs to set the same recipe.
So I'm gonna show you all what this is, but first I'm gonna make the other one. Let me make the other one I need, because I need 1 more to make this work. At least 1 more in the beginning. To keep my battery charged, I'm gonna put a ton of wood in here. More like Dyson goes into the Japanese robot manufacturing. No, if they did that, this robot would do more than build planets. This robot be doing all kinds of other things. It is just like, well, It's like, I question this. So one for copper. Okay, so what you're about to see now, I want to show y'all what this is. So when you build a assembly machine, which it's in the name, what this is meant to do is to take resources that are pumped into the machine and make certain recipes. So when you click it, you'll see a little cog button that says please select recipe. You can select any of these little advanced recipes and it will make these into advanced machinery. Now you'll see why I set these up over here. So which one requires copper and which one's iron? You're the iron one. So this one needs to be gears. And you'll see why I'm doing that here in a minute. I want to try to do that before we end stream to show the example. And you need copper, right?
And the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
This one may have to be moved because I think I might have put that in the wrong spot. Okay, so now what I need from research. No, that ain't it. This is what I need right here. So now we gotta make more of those. Alright. But yeah, I'll show y'all how this is in theory supposed to work when you do it. So y'all, if y'all ever play this game or you're interested in it, because it is on Game Pass if y'all are looking to pick it up as well. It's also on Steam and I don't think it's on consoles, but this is a great cool little game. Like, it's fun. It takes a lot of time to learn it. Like, you really have to make a lot of mistakes like I did when I played it off camera to test it out before you can kind of get the hang of what you're actually supposed to be doing. I think my only thing that would make this better, much like Factorio does, maybe give me an enemy to fight every now and then so there's not just so much dead space like right now there is in the beginning of the game. Because you're going to be doing a lot of manual constructing for quite a while. So you're kind of sometimes just sitting here like I am waiting to finish research and stuff until you get automation up and running. So now we get our metallurgy going. So we'll automatically get one. No, we get 3. See, I'm glad it did that at least. So we're going to want it right here.
You build a smelter, which can smelt.
Actually, shit, I should have probably put it right here. Hold on, I'm going to put it right here and I'm going to actually just demolish this one. Because I did that wrong. Nope, wrong thing. You get it back, luckily. Like, when you dismantle anything in this game, you get that thing back as a whole. Which is so nice, considering how much you have to do in this game. So, over here it needs to be here. Because I think I'm actually going to have 2 coming out of this one. But we'll see in a minute. Okay. So, the next research. First we got to do this. Let's select our recipes. So this is the basic recipes that you got to do. So we're actually going to need 2 of these. Because I'm going to need one for rings as well. You know what it is? Hold on. This needs rings, right? So what I should do is put the next metallurgy machine right here. And just run run a belt over there or something. Yeah, run a belt along here. Yeah, run a belt along here, around here for it to grab into this one. Then over to another metallurgy machine right here. Okay, cool. So this one's gonna be plates, iron plates. I should have one more metallurgy machine, I do. So put it right there. And then we're running out of iron. Hold on, let me go refresh my iron. Okay. So now I need to make this, which is our conveyor belt research. So 10 of you and 10 of you. Good lord, is stone block like trial and error as well? Technically, in a way, yes. Everything in this game is trial and error. These kind of games are meant for, like, if you're into that, like I am, into hardcore, like, logistics and resource management and stuff like that. So, but eventually you'll see how it gets a lot easier once you learn how to make automation running, or how to get your automation working. So, which we will get here soon. We gotta wait for our conveyor belt research to finish. Boom, done. Okay. Now we have our stuff to actually make this.
You have received the sorter and the conveyor belt, which can achieve full
easier.
automation.
You can see in the picture here of a short example of what you're supposed to do.
And the sorter can deliver the ores from the conveyor belt to the smelter for automatic smelting.
I will show y'all myself though. Let's do this. So we got 20 track already.
When putting a conveyor belt, all you need to do is determine the starting point and the end point of it. In addition, use the up arrow key to lift up one level, and use the down arrow key to drop down one level after the conveyor belt. So you'll notice how I'm doing this. We're drawing this conveyor belt. As you can see, the iron is now moving along the conveyor belt to where I'm telling it. So we're going to stop building that for a second to show y'all the other thing you're supposed to do. Automation. Thank you. So these are called sorters. What they do is they have robotic arms on them that allow you to bring things in and out of a machine. So if I click on the conveyor belt right here, and then I click into this, you see how it says input? It is now, once that's built, you'll notice, now it's taking iron into the smelter, and the smelter is making iron plates automatically. So what you're supposed to do now is you make a short little conveyor belt system here. So you see that. Now we do another sorter, but this time an output. You see how it changed the output to here onto the conveyor belt. And then now it's feeding plates, which I've got to put an input on this end of the conveyor belt into here. This is now feeding plates into, which it needs more power because that's quite a lot of machines. We're going to deal with that at some point. It's going to put the plates in here, and now this is going to automatically make gears. Now, I am going to have to make a lot more than that. We do not have enough track or sorters or anything. So first I'm going to get some more power going. I'm actually going to make two because we're going to need one for the other side as well.
How we doing on resources? We need more iron for our personal little stash. Let's go get some copper as well. Just safe. Stone block in-game is harder than anything. Oh, you talking about the game state? Yeah, I mean, have you ever played a game called... Actually, you know what? The complicatedness, I can equate this to because I've played this game before. I am going to be playing it again when the Steam release comes out on the channel. If you've ever played a game called Dwarf Fortress, it's on that level of complication at some point. Like, as you get more and more advanced with your machines and what they can do and the assembly line size, because I want to point out, like, I'll zoom out again for everyone who just joined. This whole planet is accessible. But you'll also notice, what's that? There's other planets over here? Let's zoom out, shall we? For anyone who just joined and didn't get to see, so there's an entire solar system. Let's zoom out some more. There's an entirety of multiple solar systems everywhere around here. And then let's zoom out even more. Oh, and if that wasn't enough for you, hey, here's the Milky Way. Just in case you wanted to put a factory at every point in this galaxy. You would probably die before you did that in this game as a human. I feel like this would take 100 years, real life, unless a human had no life whatsoever in their daily life to do anything with their life other than this game, to fill in all of this. You could legit, if you had that kind of ability, just, you know, factory-sized, basically, mechanize the entire Milky Way. It's insanity. Oops. There we go. Went too far. It's like, it is insanity. But Dwarf Fortress is also that insane, but on a planetary level, like, or on a surface level. I will be playing that on the channel at some point as well. Like, I love Dwarf Fortress. So I want to connect it to this so this one gets more power. That's going to be in the way of my belt. Hold on. There we go. That way these two are connected and get way more power, and the power structure over here is a little bit more even. Especially since we're working with small machines right now. There's better power sources later on in the game that you'll want to switch to once your factory gets out of hand. Okay, so this needs to make rings. This needs to make copper bars. Do I have any... I have some track left. I'm only going to build what's necessary over here because I'm not really sure what I want the layout to be yet. So, we're just going to go up to here for now with what we have left. Let me clear these trees out right here. They're kind of in my view a little bit here of this side of where we can take the conveyor belt. Okay, almost there. I want all of this gone. Ooh! I didn't even realize we started next to this. Nice, we have an oil deposit. So we can actually we actually have a setup for advanced power and powering our machines later. Nice. Nice. Okay, so now what I need to do is, first off, let's dump this 73 wood into my core. And keep making myself stay fully energized. Next, you'll probably taking over beyond the Milky Way. Exactly. If it would let me, I would. Legit, if it would let me, I would. So I need 2 more of these. Because those are advanced to make. And I need, like, frick. I need... So that's 6 right there. That's 9. That's 12. 13, 14. That's 15. That's 18. Let's do that. That's 21. We're gonna need we might need more than that. We're gonna need quite a bit of conveyor belt to make this work like I want to show y'all, and actually have it run at full capacity to show you how this works. So give me a second. I'll wait for crafting again. Like I said, I wish I had some enemies to fight to fill the dead air when you're crafting on your own manually like this. Okay. So let's handle this side first. Okay, so... That's all we need for that one. Then we need one from here, just a short one to here. We need to extend this by 1. Okay, then we need to go and grab our little grabby sorters here. Into here. Out of here. Into here. Okay. I'm gonna need one more. Crap, hold on. Let's build four more. And wait for that for a second. Also, the lack of enemies is unusual. Some games don't require enemies, but I will say the beginning of this game probably does need some. I wouldn't say make it the whole game, because at some point your factory is going to get so big, defending it would be monotonous and kind of pointless, because you'll never be able to defend something that size. But even with all the turrets in the world, literally... but in the beginning of the game, there should be some wildlife you have to deal with, or something you can do, like clearing off the planet for construction, those kind of things. Something to just kind of fill the air a little bit, until you start getting to the more advanced levels of machinery, because then you'll probably have cleared out most of the wildlife. I hate to say it like that, but that is kind of what the goal is of a Dyson sphere. It doesn't really care about, you know, the natural resources. It uses it to make stuff. Alright. Like cyber-modified bears. Yeah, right? Yeah, because maybe that even. Like maybe because you're intervening, certain cybernetic things are happening to the planet, and every now and then you have to quell it to keep it down, or to quell it and get rid of it completely. I don't know. There's different ways they could go about that. So I need an output, and I need an input. Alright, so that's done. Now I need to put those back. We need to see how much conveyor belt we're actually going to need to get this over here. One more. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more than that. Let's craft some more, shall we? 21 more. I just had a good idea that the game probably needs. What's up? Let's see. Oh, it's not done crafting yet. There we go. Now it's starting. Alright. Alright, right there. Cloning. That would be interesting. Yeah, maybe like cloning, like, because that is something some Dyson spheres do, at least in sci-fi, do actually provide. Maybe cloning of animals, or maybe even cloning of my robot or my pilot or something. That does make sense, though. That'd be a good way to do that. Input. There we go. See, now we have a full working line. So now this is making this permanently. So now if I ever need these manually, because it's gonna, I forget how many these assembly machines can hold. Normally you would put them into a storage bin, like feed them into some sort of storage section you've set up, and bring the assembly lines down here to it. But for right now, they hold a certain amount. I think it's 20. Let's see. No. Well, maybe. It's filling up its inventory, but not making any now. Okay, so yeah. So it holds 20. So these individual pieces hold 20 of that part. This one only holds 10 for some reason. Not really sure why. Some hold more than others. But that, in theory, right there is what it's supposed to do. Now let's do a little bit of research here. I want to try to grab something that actually requires me to use all that together. I think it's these, right? Yeah, these. So, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna unlock this to show y'all what I mean. Oh, but I need... Hold on, I can't do that yet. I gotta get this first. Okay. So we need electromagnetic matrix first. Alright. But the beauty is here, I only have to make the circuit boards. Let me grab some iron. Copper. Okay. So yeah, the beauty about this is because the way I've set this up, I only have to make the circuit boards because I already have everything else being pre-made. So I need to make 10 circuit boards. So that's being made, but I can just come over here and just boom. So I already have the rings now. You need to notice how that already went up. Because this is making them for me. And that's the idea of this whole game, really. It's just to slowly but surely take it away from my responsibility to make all these parts, to make the factory make it itself. So I like the idea is you only have one life early game, but later in game you can clone yourself, which will give you more lives. What also could be maybe you clone yourself because one mech suit would never be efficient for going to make multiple Dyson spheres in the galaxy, right? Or even in a solar system. So the cloning would also help you. Oh, you could send, you know, this is why you can send different versions of yourself to different planets and stuff like that. And they do the same thing you're doing on this planet. And then it grows exponentially. So I'm not going to make the research plant right now. What we're going to do, because you see how I can craft. I want to craft this right here, because we need that for the more advanced research. You can automate it by building that building it unlocked and let it do the research for you. But for right now, we're just going to do this. So we need 50. That's quite a lot. Okay, I'll only make 10. So what is it I'm missing? Maybe it can only make 10 at a time is what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. So that's gonna take a second. Oh, here's the science lab. I'll put the science lab down so y'all can see what it looks like. I'll go ahead and start building the center of the facility. I think I'm gonna make the science... What does it take to build cubes? Circuit board and a ring. Circuit boards require both. So they both require both. So it's actually a pretty substantial building. So it's actually going to have to be here. Kind of in the center. So that they can all kind of run to this. So we'll put it right there.
Matrix Lab. You can use it to make super matrices or research technologies that require them to unlock.
Yeah, this one's going to be producing it. So.
For maintaining the whole world. You can upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating.
So yeah, right here. So you have the theory of the way the matrices work is you need one building to make the matrices, and then you need another building to actually do the research. As you can see, lack of matrix. So that's kind of how that works when it comes to that kind of stuff there. So this is how you make your science, which I can't show that off tonight. We'll have to do that in the next time. The automated science research. Right now, we're just going to show what automating an advanced part looks like. As soon as this gets almost done. So now I need to make... It's still making more? Okay. Well, I'm out of iron, that's why. Okay. Another 20 there. That should be enough, I think. Because I think... Oh, not quite. So we're going to need to make 4 more. Just to make sure that works. Okay. And I'm lacking on iron again. Let's see, true. True. Those spinning things look like spinning DNA strands. Oh, yeah. You mean, yeah, those are what our windmills look like. These are wind turbines, not windmills. These are wind turbines, but for some reason these are shaped like DNA strands. I guess it's more efficient. I don't know if that's true in real life or not, but... But apparently they are more efficient. Oh, my core energy is depleting. Holy crud. Didn't realize I was running out of fuel. Alright, let's split a stack of wood. And do that. I'm gonna have to start build. I think building things takes up my energy, so I'm gonna have to stop for a few minutes. Give it a minute to recharge my unit. My battery was getting low. Mecha's core energy is insufficient. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's still constructing. This is where it's gonna take the longest because we just gotta slowly make each one as it goes down little by little. We're almost there though. Then I can finally show the last part of tonight's stream for this episode, which is advanced machinery, meaning why I set this whole rig up to begin with. The last 4 getting made? Yeah, okay. How's my energy doing? We've got 10 logs left. Let's put another 50 in there just to top it off and make sure. There we go. An electromagnetic drive. Electric motor. Okay, now. I need to make another assembly plant. Probably some more. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more. Some more of those. More of those. Alright, assembly plant is done. Let's go and put that down. So that needs to be in the dead center. So I'm gonna have to be very careful with my line here, because I've got to figure out how to make it efficient. I've got to look because I don't know what makes motors. Hold on, let me see how you make a motor. I need to see what the order of operation. So it's 2 steel plates, 1 gear. Actually, we may not have an assembly plant for a gear. Hold on, do we? Isn't that what this is? Okay, no, we do. Okay. So we need a gear. We need 1 gear, 1 sprocket. I'm gonna call them sprockets. 2 plates. So this machine has to go over here, this machine has to go over there, and so does this machine. Okay. So since that is the case, we're actually going to put it back here because I don't want to block off my line that will lead to my research. So we're going to put it... Let's put it... Hold on, I need to grab my... what's called first. I'm very indecisive right now because I'm trying to figure out where this goes. So let's do this. And let's build it accordingly here. So we'll put that there. That needs power. Forgot. Whoops. Forgot about power. Let's get a Tesla tower. Let's get one of those and another 2 of those. So I can connect up the energy. Because I'm going to have to strengthen the power grid. So let's put it right here so it's not in the way. Then we're going to need to set you to motors. So it needs... Ooh, I just realized an issue I have. Hold on. I have too much conveyor belt. We only want it to be right there. So let's go ahead and set this up. So that to there. We're gonna need more assembly belt. So let's do it from the far left. Let's take it above. And then take it back down. Oh, I have to go. It's gonna be very God dang it. I don't like how far you have to go to get it to come down. But it is what it is. We'll do that so the exit point is on the bottom. Okay. So we'll do that. It's getting the gears now. The plates are going to be annoying to get over there. I've got to figure out how to do that. I kind of did this wrong, didn't I? I did. Hold on. We're going to lose some gears, but that's okay. Oh, good. No, it gives them to me. Good, good, good. So any gears on the track get given to me. That's fine. I just don't like that. I didn't mean to do that. Whoopsies. I didn't mean to grab the whole thing. Right there. Gears. Now let's set this up before I set that back up. LOL. Let's try this again. I'm actually going to take it out up here. Oh. See, it sucks because how far you have to go to get that to do that. So hold on then. This is where the trial and error in this game kind of comes in, where you kind of got to figure out what the most efficient route is. Because I actually think I may have to take it north. So what we do is we do this and we go up here to run along this one. Yeah, see, that doesn't work either. I gotta go up one more. I'm gonna have to put some more wood in my core. I think 2 away is enough to go over it. It is, okay. Damn, it still wants to go just slightly too far, but we'll take it. It's better than what it was, I guess. A little bit of a complicated string there, but at least it'll feed all of them now. Okay. Okay, back in action. How many... You have... So you do have an extra access point. Okay. Okay, so now... This is the one I have no choice but to go over this way. Can't clear that. Okay, so... And go back 1. What? Oh, I don't have enough to do it. Okay, hold on. Need to make more, assembly belts. Go grab some more iron while I'm... Let's go into 50. Oh, I gotta ban someone. Hold on 1 second. Alright, now that the report has been made... Hold on. I gotta make sure I click the right one. My big fat toes. Alright, cool. There we go, taken care of. How we doing? Are we good on the conveyor belts now? We are. Let's do this. We're almost ready to set up our proper little conveyor belt grid here. I hate it. That's gonna be in the way. So we need to go up this way. There we go. Now I got it. Okay, so that one's set up. Now we need the feeder. And source. And now to show what it's doing. core energy getting low. Core energy getting low. Okay. I should go get some more wood. I'm running out of fuel here. I've got a ton of plant fiber though. I should use that. There we go. That should be good for a while. Okay, so it is now doing its thing. Now I need to put a feeder on the way out to show what it is doing. Is that... Did it accidentally do it? No, it's an output. So why are you not making it? What are you missing? Oh, that one. Because I never did finish setting that up. Okay. So you need this one. So I actually need 2 more of these then. Might as well make 4. Alright. We are almost ready to show off kind of how this thing works in action a bit. Now I'm going to pick up the engine so that way you get to see which assembly lines are running and which ones aren't, to show how each of these feed into each other and make different parts. Oops. I didn't do that. Huh, that's interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. Actually, I'm not gonna do the whole setup for it, but I do want to show, like, the layout, what it should have been at some point. So, you see how there's one right here for an engine? You'd want to put, like, 2 more right here. Like, if you were making engine production for something, you'd have, like, 3 of these set up along this line, so you can feed it with the same line. So you see this line up here? I can just drag it over here and do the same thing I did here. Or, better yet, drag it from one of these points that is high up already, and just split it. And just have a splitter keep taking them to each one. It's a good way to get that kind of stuff, done. Because what your ideal setup would be like this. To have, like, 2 of these going. Both sets of motors. And both have all that stuff coming out. Now. Wrong button. Now let us finish setting this up so I can show y'all what's happening. So a feeder there, and that's going to feed those. And now, as you can see, all of the lines, you can tell by the arrows that are moving on the assembly line, which ones are actually filtering all these parts into making these motors. So every time they get finished, it's going to spit out a new motor at the end of that little line right there. So that is basically the concept of this whole game. This whole game is just this as it gets exponentially bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, until you're literally going out into space and building one of these the size of a sun. Around a sun. So, because the only way to make enough parts to build a Dyson sphere, hypothetically in real life, would be to do some crazy crud like this. Would be have a planet that's just a giant factory. No one lives on it. It's completely automated. It just strips the planet for its natural resources to make enough. Because you would need a whole planet's worth of iron or resources to make something like a Dyson sphere. Hell, maybe multiple depending on the size of the sun. Or the size of the star that you're trying to encompass. So you would need to, like, there'd have to be, like, the number is just massive. Like, hella massive. But I do like this game, because this game's it's relaxing. I do think there's a bit of a lull that's unnecessary at certain times, where it could be having me do maybe other things, even if it's not combat, like, maybe examining things on the planet, finding out natural resources, like, basically scanning for future buildings, like, future factory placements. Anything to kind of fill the air. Because otherwise, you are sitting here sometimes in the beginning quite a lot. You won't really not be sitting still. Like, you won't be idle anymore until you get a factory twice the size of this. Because then you're moving between the factories, trying to set up a new factory, and then moving slowly into space. Then you're actually doing a lot of things with your player character, other than just setting up the initial setup like I've done here. And the same concept goes down here, by the way. Feeding microchips and these little ring things into this matrixy here to make matrices, and then having another conveyor belt come out of this into a matrix lab that's doing the research. So it's automatically feeding research cubes into the research building. And those kinds of things. And the same thing with the motor here as well. If we had something that needed motors to be built, like some sort of automated drone vehicle, because I think there are transport vehicles you can build in this game that will eventually help you transport resources between factories that aren't conveyor belts. So that's why electric motor. So, like, if you have a vehicle that needs a motor, you filter it out into these, and then this, and then that. It's like a car factory. Have you ever seen the documentary on like a Ford car factory or something? It's essentially just like that. Every little machine is making every little other machine that eventually makes the car. So yeah, that is what this is. I'm going to save this playthrough because this is actually a pretty good setup for us to use in our future streams for this. Let me clear out what's left of the plant life around the center of my little apex hub that we're going to start with. It's so weird that doesn't work like it's supposed to. Give it all these. Don't underestimate plant fuel. LOL. I just got an achievement for my Game Pass Xbox thing. Because that's what we're using to power this thing. So it's like, never underestimate the power of plant fuel. We do need to make coal. I will say that. I probably should produce some coal. Actually, you know what? Let's set that up before we leave. I'm going to set up a little quick, just a coal mine. We're not going to have it go anywhere. We're just going to set it up so it'll give me coal. Not what I wanted. Okay, so we're gonna need a mining machine. We're gonna need actually two of them, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect it to the power grid up here if possible, and then that's gonna lead to this, which will power everything connected to that at some point. We'll do that for the moment. Let me put all this plant fiber into my core. All right. Six. No, we can do better than that. Let's try that way first. Well, I saw an 8, I think. Oh, there it is. 8. So I'm going to create a little power grid here to link them all together. This is just going to be right next to it. Let's also make a quick Tesla tower to transfer the power between these. So that way they're linked to each other. So yeah, like this. To give them a little bit of a boost between each other, and they help provide energy. Okay. Because I imagine coal is so much better fuel-wise. Let's say energy that it provides is 2.7 megajoules versus... Oh, well that's 500 megajoules together. Let me get a full good stack of coal and see what happens. So I'm going to grab this 50 stack. Let's see, what is that now? Oh, it doesn't say. Unless it means 2,000. Hold on. I have an idea. So let's take this out for a second. Let's do some stuff to burn my energy. And I want to see... I want to see how fast it goes. We'll drain it like a quarter of the ways down. And clear all this out in the process. Alright. That's about half. So let's see what the coal does. Wrong button. Auto saving. Fuel generation is... So yeah, that was 100 and... that, yeah. So it's way better than plant fuel. That was almost as much megajoules as just 50 stacks of coal. Okay, so coal is definitely what we want. And we'll be able to use that later as well. There's some stone over there as well. We'll set all that up next time. Set up the core processing facilities. Is there any other There's some more copper way down here, which is kind of annoying. That it's way over there. Is there any other copper? Ooh, not really. So copper is going to be our biggest problem. We're going to have to find a way to transport copper from another area at some point. There don't seem to be a lot of it. There's tons of iron everywhere, but no copper. Okay. So that's going to be our biggest goal to overcome, is keeping enough copper. We've got enough for now. It's 135k left in this. And this isn't all of it. Technically, there is these. These are not being harvested. So we technically do have still quite a bit left. So we'll probably end up making two mines over here. But I'll wait till the first one drains and just move it over if I have to. Alright, let's save it though. This seems like a good place to stop it for now, and showing off how I'm going to take this down because we don't need this many motors. I might need that for something else. So we'll do that and we'll save it as is. Save game. No save file. Where do I put the name? Oh. Alright, let me put the name up here of our series, Factory Guardian. Factory Guardian. Guardian. Factory Guardian. Alright, let's save it. Game saved successfully. Nice. Because I like this setup. When I first played this game, I kind of made a terrible setup. Like, my conveyor belts were all over the place. I didn't really understand kind of organization and being kind of trying to tight pack everything together so you have room for more stuff later. Because you really do have to think like 20 steps ahead in this game. You can't think on current step, or you'll end up having to go back and reorganize. And even then, I still may have to do that sometimes here and there. Anyways. But the less you have to go back and fix things, the better the first time. So that way you can be efficient during the beginning of the game a lot faster. So, but I want to say thank you to everyone who joined tonight. To Tam King for joining tonight. To I'm Boba Fett joining tonight. Welcome back, bro. By the way, thank you for rejoining. And I also want to say thank you to Farseer out there and everyone else who might catch this stream at another time. I hope y'all have enjoyed our first episode of Dyson Sphere program. See, this is some of the stuff you'll see eventually. You see this right here? This is a Dyson Sphere being built. But you can imagine the resources and iron and plates and metal that you would need to do this. This right here, these little lines, these are your drones. So we're eventually going to build things that are going to leave the planet, come over here and do all of this. That's why you need machines and motors and things and all that to build like hundreds of thousands of them. So, but this is the beginning of a Dyson Sphere right here. This is an example. So, it's quite awesome. Like I said, I do absolutely love the concept of this game. So cool. But I want to say thank you to everyone who joined. I hope you've enjoyed our little first look and journey and / tutorial. If any of you are interested in this game, it's on Game Pass for free right now. If you have Game Pass, it's also on Steam if you want to pay for it as well. I still recommend, even if you can't get it for free, to pick this up. This game's worth paying the money for. It's a fun little game, especially if you enjoy assembly line and resource management and like just managing like just a massive factory kind of deal of a strategy game. It is super awesome. So I hope y'all have enjoyed Dyson Sphere program. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna get off here for tonight because it's getting kind of late already. So I wish y'all best and have a good night or a good day wherever you guys are out there. And I will see you all tomorrow. Wait, no. Tuesday. No. Wednesday's tomorrow. I've got gym. I've got that. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow. I'm gonna, if we do get the stream tomorrow for Warhammer or anything, it will be a later stream. But I will try to do it tomorrow night. So, thank y'all so much for joining. I hope y'all enjoyed this stream. And until next time, peace and love, y'all. I will see you in the next one. Thank y'all. Bye, everyone. Bye.